land far away, there lived a man named Jonah. Wait, hold on, let me tell it right. There was a man named Jonah, and Jonah was a kind man. Now, Jonah, it is your turn. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jonah. I can't wait to share my story with you.
One day, God told Jonah, "Go to Nineveh. Tell them their evil already reached me, and in 40 days I will destroy Nineveh, unless you change them."
But why, God? They're so evil. Why do you want to save them? Why? God. Why? I won't do that. Nineveh's people is too far evil. They have to be destroyed. I won't give them a chance to change.
Instead of going to Nineveh, Jonah decided to run away. He hopped onto a ship sailing far away. Once Jonah boarded the ship, he felt a sense of relief, believing he was far away. He quickly fell asleep. Jonah was abruptly woken by a sudden storm, which sounded like a giant was shaking the ship. Everyone was terrified, shouting and scrambling around. Jonah confessed to the sailors,
It's all my fault. I'm running away from God. If you throw me into the sea, the storm will stop.
After Jonah was thrown into the sea, he desperately tried to swim with all his might. A whale swam up to him.
Hey there, buddy. God sent me to come here and give you a little lesson.
Then the whale opened its enormous mouth and swallowed Jonah in one big gulp. After Jonah fell into the whale's belly, he found himself in a dark and smelly place. It was so cramped, and Jonah felt a wave of fear wash over him. Jonah sat in the darkness, feeling scared but beginning to understand something important.
I should have listened to God. I'm sorry, God. I'll do what you want.
So Jonah prayed from the belly of the fish.
Dear God, please forgive me. I will go to Nineveh and tell them about you.
After 3 days, God commanded the fish to spit Jonah out. When Jonah opened his eyes, he found himself lying on a sandy beach. Up and began to walk toward the city of Nineveh, the very place God wanted him to go. Jonah finally arrived at Nineveh, the city known for its wickedness. Jonah stood before a large crowd in Nineveh, bravely delivering God's message to them.
In 40 days, Nineveh will be destroyed. Unless you change your ways, repent, and turn to God.
Guess what? After hearing Jonah's words, everyone listened. They changed their ways, knelt down, and repented before God. Seeing this, Jonah smiled, feeling relieved and proud.
I should have trusted God from the start.
Always listen to God, for He has a plan for you.
Jonah heard from God one day, go to Nineveh without delay. Tell them all to change their ways so they can find my love and grace. But Jonah tried to run away, sailed on a boat the other way. He didn't listen, oh no, no. But God had a plan, you know. Jonah, Jonah, where did you go? God told you, don't say no. In a fish, you had to stay until you learn to obey. So high, the sailors thought they all would die. Jonah said, throw me in the sea, God will calm it, you'll be free. A giant fish came swimming by, swallowed Jonah, oh my, oh my. For 3 days in the dark he prayed, and then God saved him, hooray. Jonah, Jonah, where did you go? God told you, don't say no. In a fish, until you learn to obey. Now Jonah learned to trust in God. He shared his love, though it felt odd. The people prayed, they turned around. God's forgiveness was soon found. Jonah, Jonah, where did you go? God told you, don't say no. In a fish, you have to stay until you learn to obey. always pray. Just like Jonah, you will see God's grace is for you and me.